What's up, everybody, and welcome to a little Weekday Wagers here on a Thursday, just right on the cusp of our always famous, the Weekend Wagers. But at Weekday Wagers, it's very simple. A little 15-minute show, very brief show. There's some day baseball happening right now. We're going to get into a little bit of that, as well as talk the Stanley Cup Finals, as well as the NBA Finals. We're also going to get our daily dinger, maybe have a little TV timeout, because guess who's with me? Everybody's favorite, Robbie. What's up, man? How are you?
Man, I'm here. I'm at the home base. I hope that the internet holds up. So I'm here. It's been a day. Watching all three kids by myself today. So
Yeah, that takes superpowers, but more than anything, it takes patience. And so that will be definitely what you're going to need today. But
yes.
Obviously, coming off the hockey game last night, game one, I would assume when I ask you, Robbie, what's the word on Thursday?
The word is just exhilarating, because that's what that game was last night. You had the two best teams. Like, you couldn't have put two better teams against each other. Went toe to toe, went all the way to overtime. I think Florida just got gassed. They looked like they were a little bit out of breath, and then the penalty. Well, it wasn't even really a penalty. He knocked the puck out, which turns into a penalty. But that was the dagger. I knew as soon as that happened, Edmonton would close in on him.
Yeah, it was a close game, but I do believe that you might have liked Florida in this matchup. Is that correct? Just overall.
Like them in the series. Yeah, okay. I didn't have them any money line game last night, but I do like Florida in the series, and I still like Florida in the series.
Okay, well, I have to ask you then, because now if you've listened to Coach and Company, Raphael has been speaking on, if you want to play one of these games or one of these teams on the series line, there's no reason to rush into it, because let's say you do like Florida and they lose game one, which they did, you're getting a better number to win the series, right? Well, if you for some reason like Edmonton, you can wait a little bit, right, and see what happens in game one. Now that number moves away from you, but that's okay if you played the money line, because it easily could come back to you at some point. But definitely, if you like Florida, which you do, now the series number is plus 175. Do you like that right now?
I do. I think I would even hold off, because they may even drop game two, and you're going to get a really great number if they drop game two. I think both teams win at home. I think both teams handle their business at home. And it's going to go, and I have them going 7. I have the whole series going 7. So I would almost wait even after tonight. You might even get a plus 300 number.
Yeah, well, maybe what I would do, because I'm not going to, but I don't know enough about, the whole series. Professional capping hockey, I'd like to look at certain game by game, so that's not my forte. I would probably, maybe if you want to play a full unit on that, you might want to split half for now. And they lose again, maybe another half. They get you to the full unit. You're going to be well over making your money back if they win. But sometimes, let's say they do win game two, that is where you're kind of stuck at that point. You're probably going to get an even number there, right at minus maybe 120 or so. You're not going to get a too crazy of a good odds as you're getting now. So waiting a little bit too long, especially if they win game two, it might not work in your favor. But you never know. You never know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. All right. Well, let's move it on. We have we have some guys here. Obviously, Mike, thank you for hanging out with us, as well as Mark is here, the third man of Weekday Wagers and Weekend Wagers. He's definitely got the kids on lockdown for sure. But there's a team that's, I expect, speaking of Mike, that will be locked down tonight, and I expect that to be the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals. We're talking about a team that's led by Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, and then surrounding pieces. A lot of them are very, very good pieces, but can they outpiece the Oklahoma City Thunder? And so I'm curious how we have Indiana and how they attack the defense of Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm curious how all that works out. Any thoughts on just that matchup at all? It's game one tonight, NBA Finals. We had game one of NHL. Now we have some basketball tonight. Any thoughts on the game tonight?
Well, just as you're an NHL capper, I'm an NBA capper as well. So I think Oklahoma City takes care of this. I've been keeping up enough to know that SGA is a bad man, and yeah, give me Oklahoma City. I think they do it in 5.
I agree. I agree. It's a gentleman's sweep. My favorite bet, I put it out on the actual BTT Studio / Coaching Company, the member exclusive. This is my If you're watching this show, such as Nonsense McGee, Little Yo Yo Yo, if you're watching this show, this is what you need to do. Go ahead and put a series bet. I found the best number on FanDuel. You can get a gentleman's sweep, but it goes the exact outcome. It's plus 710. You have Oklahoma City Thunder win the first 2 games, and then a game 3, backs against the wall, going to the field house. Indiana win game 3. That sounds like it could happen. That sounds like literally what's been happening against Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City shows up in a closer game, game 4, and they close it out at game 5 at home. You then win a plus 7. It's not bad, because on my side, Mike, I have OKC. So everybody's angry, especially old Mike Pendleton over there. But I think that anytime I have Big Chuck on my side, you can file all the HR complaints you want. This isn't bullying. This is just trying to help you. I want to just show you the way, Mike, and that's what I'm going to do. Oh, yeah. Listen, Nonsense McGee, I did say Oklahoma City. I try not. Sometimes my mush mouth gets the best of me. Sometimes it is Oklahoma shitty. But let's go ahead and go to, I know, our favorite part of this show, little TV timeout. So we'll take some time out and talk a little TV. We both have now watched the same show. Nobody else in the comments, I guarantee it, and maybe nobody even watching the show has ever seen these, because, you know, you got to dig through Netflix and find these shows. But Robbie, TV timeout, what have you watched lately?
Oh, you already know we've been talking about The Devil's Plan on Netflix. It is, I'm glad you turned me on to it, because the minute I started watching it, I think I binged it within a week. There's 2 seasons. I, for some reason, thought there were 4, so I was pretty upset after season 2 ended and I had no more. But The Devil's Plan, man, it's like Big Brother, Survivor, and Squid Game all into one.
All right, so that is perfectly sums it up, because I've been trying to figure out, if you like Squid Games, but a little bit more less of the death part of it, right? Because they're not there dying, but less of the death part of Squid Games and more of the strategizing. It really is what it is. And I get, when I was trying to explain like how they talk in their own language. I believe it's Korean. I believe it's what it is.
I think so.
They talk in their language, and then it does voice over. It doesn't try to mouth over match them up, whatever, which sometimes when I'm watching a show, if I see the mouth going, but then like nothing's coming out and then it starts going, then yes, that bothers me. But I do like that how they've done it, and the strategy, the games are my favorite.
It shows how stupid I really am. It really does. Because when I watch this, I'll even watch them explain the rules, and I'm like, what? What are you? I would be dead in the water. I think they need to add somebody like me on the show and just claim that I'm a smart person and just see how long I could even last.
You might have the street smarts there and might actually do better, which I would like to see, a little mixture of street smarts and then like these brainy people. That would be a good mixture. All right. Well,
yeah.
Taj has already put in his play into the chat. So if you got any plays that you like, go ahead and put them in, as well as anybody to hit a home run, because we're going to get into the Daily Dinger in a second. But first, you have your play, and we're going to stay on the diamond. So what you got?
Yeah, this is kind of juicy. Going Aaron Judge, 2+ bases at -130. I actually laddered this up to 3+ bases at +120. Look, man, yesterday, like Mark said this morning, the Yankees got shut out. That doesn't happen very often. They're going to get Slade. I can't even remember his last name. Slade, he's going to get beat up tonight by Aaron Judge.
Sassoni?
Sassoni.
Okay.
I was thinking PlayStation, Sony. But no, yeah. So Slade Sassoni is going to get lit up. The last time he met Aaron Judge, he threw a fastball, and Aaron Judge knocked it over the park. I like Aaron Judge for a dinger as well. It's not my daily dinger, but I do like him to go yard. Also, the New York Yankees have the Boston Red Sox up due tomorrow night. My Boston Red Sox, and we're not doing so great. So I think this is going to be a tune-up game for the Yankees to come and probably smash us as well.
Well, even the Braves beat the Boston Red Sox, so it's not good because we're not good right now either as a Braves fan. But I like that play. Maybe the little dinger will be in play for me there for Aaron Judge. I'm going to go to the hardwood here. Speaking of hardwood, I'm going to go Andrew Nembhard, points, rebounds, and assists. It's at -105. I looked at the numbers for Andrew Nembhard, and the main thing I wanted to see is how are his minutes, whether it is in a blowout whether it is their team is blowing somebody out or whether they're, literally just in the game and trying. How does he match up against Oklahoma City Thunder? Is he one of the guys? How does he play in different styles of a game? Andrew Nimhard, and I know Mike was on it today on a show, on the Coach Company show, where he had points and assists, I believe. That might have been the member exclusive as well. But I like his points, rebounds, and assists. He rebounds well against Oklahoma City. He had a game of 5 and 9 rebounds, but overall, he had a 28 point points, rebounds, and assists, and then a 39 point points, rebounds, and assists total. Between those two, it's 33.5 is what he was averaging. Just the 2 matchups he had this year against them. Because of that, I think Andrew Nimhart can stay on the court no matter the situation, no matter the outcome. And because of that, I'll go ahead and like Mr. Nimhart. All right, another guy that Taj likes is Chet. Points, rebounds, and assists. It's at 27.5. I don't know what the juice is. I would assume it's probably minus 110. That seems like a decent number. My only issue there is his rebounds. His rebounds has always been low, but also his assists. He's not getting a ton of assists. A lot of this has to come with his points. Because of that, I would rather take the points for Chet. If I'm going to do anything, Taj, I'm going to go with his points. But if you like it at a better number, if you think he can get there with mainly his rebounds as well, then I think you're good, Taj. I like the play. I like the look, especially in a game one. All right, we have another play. It's a little promo parlay here, and let's go ahead. You put this together, Robbie, so explain for the beautiful people what you got here.
Yeah, so we're sticking with BetMGM. They have a 20% boost token, and I basically went with a lot of guys that I like tonight. We already discussed Aaron Judge, but Wyatt Langford, he had 3 hits yesterday, and I don't know if you guys have saw this or not, but he basically Saquon Barkley, the first baseman last night, and was called safe. I think a lot of that momentum going, all we need him to do is just get a hit in this parlay. Brandon Lowe on the other side has a hit in 9 of his last 10 games with 15 total hits in that span. Just need him to hit another one tonight. And then we got James Wood, who has a hit in 8 of his last 10 games with 10 hits in those games as well. Just need him to get a hit against the Cubs. Put all this together, they come out to plus 559. And that's at BetMGM. It's a 20% boost token. You got to do 4 legs, and it has to be 400 plus 400 odds or greater.
All right, so go ahead and put that in. Plus 559. Not a bad look at all. You're talking about, two guys that hit over a hit, right? It's not even a home run. I thought it was a home run at first for Wyatt and Lowe. But then the other ones, that's easy. James Wood to get a hit, and then you like already Aaron Judge. So go ahead and put those all together. A little plus 559. So why not? Let's keep it going. All right, so everybody's starting to put in their dingers. We already have Mike Pendleton to put in his Kyle Schwarber to go yard today. Robbie,
like it.
Continue, sir. We have Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Kyle Schwarber on the board. And then he was Brian earlier in the week. Now he's Brian Buxton today. That is Byron Buxton. If you're looking for him, don't ask Mark how to spell, but you can go for Byron Buxton. But today we're going to call him Brian instead of Brian from earlier in the week. And then Andy Pages. Speaking of Andy Pages, we do have somebody that likes a look there. Big Chuck says Andy Pages to go hits, runs, and RBIs over 1.5. So do you like any of these guys to go yard today, Robbie?
I do. I like Aaron Judge and I like Kyle Schwarber the most off that list, but I'm actually going to go off the board and I'm going to take Wyatt Langford. The guy I was just talking about at plus 400. I got to go for my Florida Gators. Jack Caglione is playing right now. Couldn't take him in the second game, so I'm going to go to Wyatt Langford. Like I said, he had just a fantastic play last night where he leaped over the first baseman. I think that brought a little momentum back to Texas as well. They're gone. I think they're 5-10 in their last 15 games, so they need some upstart. He has 2 home runs in his last 8 games, and Pepiot has given up 9 home runs in his last 10 games. So I see Wyatt going yard on him tonight.
Okay, a little Wyatt Langford. I like that. All right, I'm going to go very chalky today, but I'm going Aaron Judge at plus 175. As you talked about earlier, 1-for-1 against Slade Sassoni, and he hit a bomb. Don't throw the fastball unless you want to see it go the yard there, Slade. But Aaron Judge has been locked in. The dude is playing in a game that is at Yankee Stadium. There's always a chance for him to hit to the right center porch and just go yard. And so because of that, I like Aaron Judge to go yard today. And look here, my Braves. Acuna just went yard. And then we have Brian Buxton all day today at plus 320 for Big Chuck. So as well as Mark going Brian Buxton today as well. So I think we've covered this. So nobody said Shohei, which I'm shocked. But everybody, Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani has not been mentioned, but Kyle Schwarber, Brian Buxton, aka Byron Buxton, and Andy Page's Big Chuck's he likes the over 1.5 rebounds, hits. Wow, I'm thinking of basketball. Hits, runs, and RBIs. I'm an idiot. But we do have some other plays on here as well as we close it out. Casey Mize, over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 113. It's over at FanDuel. Taj likes that as well. He's still with the Tigers, correct? Is that correct?
I believe that is correct.
Okay, I think it is. I don't follow him at all. I don't follow Casey Mize. I haven't been on him at all. So maybe I will learn with you, Taj. All right, we have some other ones. Freddie Freeman, an off the board honorable mention. Okay.
He has a good head-to-head in his matchup tonight. I like that.
Listen, first of all, I love that everybody's putting in their plays. We are for the people. This helps us and allows us to kind of just play along and just kind of hang out kind of with friends. Better Days Ahead, a.k.a. Mark, hit parlay. I says Cleveland. I thought that was closing line value at first. And I was like, no, that can't be what that is. All right, so you have Cleveland's Carlos Santana and then Minnesota's Trevor Larnach, 1+ hit at plus 127. And then Taj has, oh my God, dude, where do you find, who is this guy?
He plays for Tampa. I know this guy. He's actually smashed a lot the last couple of weeks. That's a good play.
Taj, listen, you have a spot here. Thank you for hanging out. I have no clue who Junior Caminero.
He plays for the Rays. Yeah.
Well, that's probably why. Nobody knows him. Nobody knows who plays for the Rays. Come on. All right.
I think he plays for the Rays. Pretty sure he plays for the Rays. Sometimes those T teams get me all mixed up.
We don't know what we're doing over here. But yes, thank you all for hanging out and putting in your plays with us. So listen, you've got the 2 plays plus the parlay, all the other plays that are coming in here. Listen, Taj is going into the unknown a little bit, kind of like Elsa and Anna. And so that's helping me kind of broaden my horizons a little bit. And so, let's keep it going. But then we have Big Cags. I know you like Cags. Big Cags to go yard today?
I have maybe a $5 bet on that. I'm betting $5 on my boy Cags until he hits one. I'm just going to be fully transparent with everybody.
Yeah, he's going to hit one. Big Cags. There's no other day than today to go ahead and go yard. All right, Robbie.
He hit a ball 112 miles per hour. I know he went 0 for 5, but he was still mashing the ball the other night.
His first at bat was one. He battled really well and then hit it deep, and it just came up a little short. But he's going to find his stroke eventually. All right, we have a new Game 2 preview coming out very soon. NHL, any early kind of teases or looks that you might have that you're planning to do?
I believe Better Days Ahead and myself may be doing another preview show tonight. And also, I don't know if you watched our last preview show. If you didn't, what are you doing? Because we both went 2-0 in our plays, as well as a lot of plays I put on the site yesterday, Cash, plus 750, plus 850. Yeah. I'm all in on this NHL game tomorrow night.
I like it. All right. So quick questions. And I know we're going long, but screw it. We make the rules. We can do whatever we want. Conn Smythe, that is the MVP of the entire finals. Do you have somebody that you're playing on that? Because I know y'all put it out on the show. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I know you put it out there. So is there anybody that, that you like now or also you already put out?
Yeah, I gave out 4 guys, and without going into any detail on them, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Brad Marchand, and Alexander Barkov. Barkov was the only one that really didn't do much for me. But Draisaitl, 2 goals, Bennett, 2 goals, and Connor McDavid, 2 points. So all of those are looking good right now.
I know you like the book of Sam, and so Sam Bennett scoring 2 goals. I know that made you happy. All right, prediction. I know you're going to have
the other half of that book.
Yeah,
the other half
Sam,
of that book to step up.
Reinhardt? Reinhardt?
Yeah.
Reinhardt.
Yeah,
same guy.
Right.
All right. We have Better Days Ahead says he has Bobrovsky, who's a goalie for Florida. I even got that right on the show today. See, were y'all happy? Were you proud of me on my
Man,
hockey
I was.
knowledge?
I gave you the clap behind the scenes. I did.
Yes. All right. But without completely spoiling the entire Game 2 preview, do you have any thoughts on who might win Game 2?
I think Edmonton's going to win Game 2. And I only say that because Florida looked gassed last night. Like, I mean, Edmonton didn't look like they were missing a beat. At the end of the game, they were still going full speed. Florida just looked kind of lackadaisical, kind of slow. They started off strong. I know what they wanted to do. They wanted to come out in overtime, start off strong, and try to get a greasy goal. It didn't happen. But the crowd, the way Edmonton is just faster than Florida right now, I think they win tomorrow night. But it's going to be a long series. I still like Florida to win it all in the end.
All right. Well, go ahead and tune in. It should be releasing this afternoon at some point. They'll be recording the show, I think, soon after this. So we'll have it out on Coaching Company very shortly. For the NBA Finals, I think it's a runaway for the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 1. I think it's a 20-point game win easily for them. I just think that they know what they're good at, and Indiana's going to figure out a way to adjust off of that. All right. Well, this is our longest show to date. Thank you all for hanging out with us. You allowed us to kind of nerd out in our TV timeout. But if you have a chance, go watch the Devils playing. It is something we're into. We love it. And we know that you'll love it too, especially if you're into that kind of Squid Game / Big Brother / Survivor thing. Like you said, it's a mixture of all those. And so it's a good show. All right. We'll see everybody tomorrow for Weekend Wagers. So make sure you stay tuned in there. It'll be at same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, right here at Coach Company. See you then.